Now, late last week, the world was pretty shocked when the US president tested positive for COVID-19. But just a couple of days earlier, an Australian psychic had already warned that Donald Trump was falling ill and was set to be hit by a virus.
Closing my eyes now, what do I see? I see the colour light blue, the pale blue. So it's not sky blue, pale blue, and that means weakness. So the last few days, something happens, so he's at a weak point or a low ebb. He needs to watch his health, and I can feel in my chest and throat like a virus.
Now let's catch up with psychic Rose Smith from Absolute Soul Secrets. Rose.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing? How did you see this happening?
Well, I'm clairvoyant, so I see a lot of things in spirit. So sometimes they appear like photos, like snapshots, and other times it's like watching a movie. And I'm also clairsentient, so that means that I can feel things in my body. So that's how I picked up what was going on in his lungs and throat.
Lots of people, conspiracy theorists, including Tristan, say that the president's faking it. He doesn't really have COVID-19.
Oh, I didn't say that.
What do you think? Is it for real?
Even my husband says he's faking it. He is honestly not faking it. He is seriously ill even now. And this morning I woke up and he was on my mind, and I felt a great pressure on my chest. It's like his lungs have cleared somewhat, and there's not the cough going on now as badly as it was, so his throat has cleared. But now a new thing has come on, and it's a great pressure on his chest. So I am seriously very concerned about his heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I am too. Look, I don't think he's faking it. I just don't think he has COVID. I do think he's sick. I don't think he has COVID. What about the First Lady, Melania? How do you see her coping with COVID?
Yes, so I put the video up on YouTube on the 29th, and then a day or two later I had a dream about Melania, and she was seated in a room alone. It was almost like a cell, actually. It was like a concrete room. It was not very nice. And she was crying. She was sobbing, in fact. And the energy I could feel around her was anxiety and fear. And I heard the words, it's all falling apart. And then I heard, do it or die, which means she has to do something that she doesn't want to do. That could even be the quarantine. I don't know what it's referring to, but she is absolutely distraught.
You mentioned that you're worried about Donald Trump's heart. Two questions. Do you think he'll survive this? And second, what about the elections in November? Do you think he'll win it?
Okay, well, this morning at 4:30 I got woken up again. It seems to be the time that these things come to me. And I could see, it was like a guy standing there with a newspaper, holding a newspaper like this on a corner. You know how they sing out extra, extra? And the front page, it had Donald Trump written at the top, and then in very, very large font, it had dead. And I got a real shock. And I thought about it, and then I realised that it probably doesn't mean physical death, because about a month ago I saw the Grim Reaper around Donald Trump and he went away empty-handed. So I don't think that it's very likely that Donald Trump will die from this. However, I do feel that his heart is weak and that there is a great pressure on his heart. And so that worries me. And I think it's a death of the ego. I've been getting, in some of those videos I've put on YouTube, I've talked about the sacrifice. There is a great sacrifice he needs to make within 12 months, and it is huge. And I see a lot of crosses and gravestones and death, but that means death of the ego, death of the personality, death of his life as he now knows it. So if he does win the election, which I'm not even sure he will, that's sort of up in the air at the moment. If he does, he won't be in office very long, because something's going to happen where he just disappears. And that was the word I got around Melania, disappearance. So I feel like she could become a recluse.
Well, if you would like to know more about Rose's work, you can head to absolutesoulsecrets.com. Rose, I think in terms of political commentary, you know, giving it a pretty good crack along with the people in Canberra. No one got it right last time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it is that.
People
Hopefully it
say I
is just.
should
never
run,
know.
but I don't.
Hopefully it's a
People
death of
say I
ego
should
and not
run.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever you lie on it, we don't wish ill on anyone. So
Yeah, of
hopefully
course
it comes
not,
through.
of course
and,
not.
and Melania, we all seem to forget about Melania. Hopefully she pulls through too.
Yeah. See you soon. Now, after the break, how a computer chose a baby.